Hey everybody, I'm Brian Posehn, comedian, writer, actor, nerd. I've been playing D&D with my friends for a long time. I decided to do a new podcast where we play Dungeons & Dragons in my very own dining room with my wife, kid, and my noisy dogs. So meet my friends,
Sarah,
Ken,
Dan,
Lee.
Now it's time for another episode of Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker, Season 2. Hey, everybody. Really? It's Brian Posehn. Brian Posehn's Nerd Poker. Sarah, Ken, Dan, Blaine.
that was close. Hi.
You made it.
Yeah, barely.
Took a break after the last one.
amazing Foley work.
Season 2, Episode 2. Crazy.
Whatever.
I know it's happening.
Crazy beautiful.
And it's all because of Skeletor's dick, really. Everything is. Sam, by the way.
It's the alpha and the omega.
In addition to Skeletor's dick, thank you, Groknar Two Hands.
Thanks, Groknar.
2 hands.
Thanks, Skeletor's left nut.
Thanks, Skeletor's left nut.
That's almost Skeletor.
It's almost like he's being parted out on eBay.
Jock Warren.
Thanks, Robotic Hand in Glove.
Thanks, Robotic Hand and Glove.
Luke.
And thank you, Evil Lynn's Resting Bitch Face.
Thanks, Evil Lynn. That's a good one.
It's a He-Man reference. I don't know if you remember He-Man. It's a cartoon
Yeah,
where Skeletor.
Evelyn was one of Skeletor's, I guess,
She
buddies.
had like that weird hat, right? It looked like a Batwing armpit.
Yes.
It's like just like the fan thing. Yeah.
Batwing armpit.
Batwing armpit.
So last episode,
You guys were in a castle having a nice friendly meal, and an assassin slit
it went
the
south
throat.
real quick. Yeah, like
Well, I think of particular note, after you witnessed an assassination, Tom immediately melted a guard's face until the
He
man
was trying
dead.
to arrest me.
Well,
I
he
will
wa-
not be arrested.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I wasn't in the room for that.
Well, I think you guys could catch up on that pretty quick. I think he might mutter under his breath, "Oh, P.S. I melted a man."
Right.
And you chased the
But
assassin.
the guards should know we're ultimately on their side, even though
They should.
friend,
They should. And in fact, there is a
That's on them. You know what? That really.
there's 3 guards who were webbed downstairs. Probably won't stay webbed for much longer. And there is a guard
Should
up.
I go down and set him on fire? Or it's too late.
There's a disarmed guard watching you as you interrogate a drow that Bodhi's got in his arms. And there's 3 cooks kind of watching everything.
It's too many.
too many
Broth
cooks.
spoiled.
Too many cooks. And the cooks have all kind of backed up. They're all looking for an exit. They're not too happy with the turn of events.
They're not going to throw a fiery ball at us, are they?
It's like in an action movie where guys start to have a martial arts fight in a
Yeah.
kitchen and they all fucking scatter.
Let's go.
It's very Van Damme. Or even Seagal.
Seagal was what I was thinking, yeah.
The guard in the room says, "You're all under arrest."
No, we're not.
No, we're trying to help the Thane.
Yeah, someone murdered the thing.
But
The guy that I have, turned invisible and murdered him in front of us while we were having a meeting with Thane.
do a persuasion check.
I mean, didn't he just hear him say the
Exactly.
goddess is coming to
Admitted
destroy
it.
the world?
Yeah. Alleged, and then you get
Alleged
bonus of 0.
No, I got a 1 on here.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's because that's well, no, it's not your charisma.
It's because it's on paper, not computer.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's still not enough. What am I talking about? I want to give it to you, but he says, "Oh, fine. He's clearly the assassin, but you all can't leave this room. Nobody move."
Fine.
Does anyone want to fight that?
No.
Okay.
I do actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't want to fight it. but I think I need to get to the Thane's quarters to get any papers or notes that he has. He seems like he might have been involved in this. So.
So if you were to leave you'd have to go back into the Great Hall, and back down, or go up. But you get the feeling this floor is mostly for storage, and maybe there's some other kind of functional room. This doesn't feel like a place where the Thane himself would go. You probably need to go back down the stairs that the guard is sort of standing in front of right now.
Okay. I say to the guard, "You come with me. We need to check the Thane's quarters for additional assassins."
Right. Persuasion check, difficulty 10.
New game.
It's 5th edition that you're getting used to. That's what it is.
Persuasion. I needed one more.
He goes, just a second. Wait, I need more backup.
And I say, "I'll meet you there," and then just keep going.
Okay, do a dexterity check, difficulty 10.
Heavy sigh.
He's going to try to step in front of you. You got to wriggle under his arm.
Nope.
He kind of thuds an arm in front of you, and it's awkward.
It's going to be painful and awkward in a minute.
You hear some noises coming from the bottom of the stairs. Bodhi, do a dex check, please. That's a 15 plus. I'm looking up your bonus, and it's a nothing. But that's enough. He tries to wriggle away.
Well, I have a +2 on there, right?
I don't know where you get these numbers.
You gave me that.
Yeah, I need to. Maybe it's because you got a ability improvement that I didn't put in the system. You guys just leveled up twice.
Athletics is really high.
Oh yeah,
What's
he
the difference between?
add a point. You added a point to your.
Yeah, you added a point that I didn't put in my machine yet. So either way, you're fine. You made your roll anyway.
Right, cool.
You're just cranky because you had to take the heat for this murder. Right?
Yeah.
Brian's like, yeah, and also I'm gonna kick your ass. But yeah, you hear some noises coming from the bottom of the stairs.
Tell your friends we're not the criminals here. This asshole is.
These guards are exhausted.
We were
Alright.
here to help.
Do an intimidation check. Oh,
Yeah.
He goes.
flippity flop.
He goes, all right,
From
all right.
a 1 to a 19. That was
He goes,
awesome.
I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble. He shouts down the stairs. He goes, it's a misunderstanding. It's all just a misunderstanding. We got the killer. 3 more guards run in the room. They're soaking wet. And they're like, what happened here? What happened here?
This guy
They immediately,
killed Thane.
as you say that, they advance on you and try to take him from you.
Where are you taking him?
Oh, he's going right in a torture chamber.
Right. Well, we want to find out information because we want to still help Thane. We want to find out who this guy is and what he.
You're calling him Thane.
What's his name?
Chris.
It's his
he's
title.
Chris
It's
the
just,
Chris. Oh, that Thane. His name's Chris. I don't know what.
no. It was. I actually thought it was charming. Like, we want to help King.
He was
The
respectful.
Thane. Yeah.
What do you want us to do? We're taking him to the torture chamber. You want to come with? Or
Yes.
what do we want to
Yeah, I'm
find
coming with
later?
you.
So 2 of the guys take him from you, Bodhi, unless you put up any kind of
No,
resistance.
I'll let him
Tell
go.
them to take me to his chamber. So
Well, and then one of the 3 guards realizes the drow is under control, and he turns to Tom and says, "You're coming too. Sorry, you just killed a guard. We're not letting that
He
go.
was gonna arrest me.
Look, we're not going to torture you, but you're going in a cell till we figure out what's going on."
All right. We'll
You
see how
can't.
long that lasts.
You can't take our friend. I'm gonna do the Jedi mind thing, but I'm gonna use my charisma.
Do a check, won't you?
Sure. 4.
That's with a +6. He kind of blinks and goes, I think I'm gonna take the guy who killed my friend.
I'm innocent.
So yeah, do you cooperate?
Sort of.
define sort of.
Not at all.
Oh, define not at all.
I will try one last time to convince them.
Okay. You can do it friendly like or for real serious all?
Friendly like.
Okay. Fine. But I am not leaving your side. You are under escort.
All right.
I don't think you understand. Royalty is dead, and you immediately killed one of the royal guards.
I don't know what happened. I was there.
Very persuasive.
You know.
Are you drunk? They say.
I just have a mild speech impediment. I was born this way.
Okay, is
How do
part
you
of your
do
speech
that?
impediment spraying acid?
Like physiologically, how is that
I
happening?
know, like I once tried to do it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm making a horrible mistake."
Trying to do what? What are you talking about?
I know you kill. It's like his uvula is
There's
doing a
something
dance.
going on in there.
I'm just doing what Vin does, baby.
Okay. They also realize, Esmeralda, you're trying to say something about the quarters. They're like, "What? What do you want?"
The very fate of the world is at stake.
Let her go
The
investigate.
Thane brought us here for a reason. He sought us out.
They're like,
Please
the
allow
fate
me.
of the world. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
There was
please
an
allow me.
assassination.
Please allow me, sir. Can I speak to your manager?
Okay. Do a speak to the manager check.
What is the? Maybe I need one of these towers. Is this the? No.
We will get you one of
No.
these.
I just meant. This is. Okay, so that was a 14. Is this in intimidation or persuasion?
I think that's
Talk to the
intimidation.
manager is more
You've
intimidation.
tried persuasion. You're intimidating.
Okay, so that's 14 plus 4, so 18.
Oh, wow. And if that's the case, he says, "Fine, let me take you to my manager, aka the captain."
Oh, okay.
It
It was more of a metaphor for really just okay. That's fine.
So you guys all head down back to the Great Hall, and it's pouring rain, but there's like 40 guards in here doing a bunch of busy work. There's a few people who aren't in armor kind of milling around, and one of the guards in kind of fancy armor is motioned over, and he comes over and he says, what do you want?
I need immediate access to the Thane's chambers. He has papers and vital information.
Roll a 20 again.
13.
He says, you can go to the Thane's quarters if 6 guards come with you.
That's absolutely fine.
Okay, so
Wait, which 6?
you head back to the stairwell and you go down. This time you head across an armory. You see that there's some doors with a bunch of just armor, just all sorts of crazy armor, and then a bed chamber. Once you get to the door of the bed chamber, they say, okay, the captain, walks up to you and says, okay, well, these guards are all going to stay at the door. You are not allowed in the Thane's quarters. You can go in, but I'm standing next to you and watching everything you do. And if I tell you not to touch something, you're not touching it.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay.
They're not very nice.
So as you go in there, you notice there's a big hearth with a roaring fire in it. There's actually 3 beds. There's like a big bed, and then looks like there's 2 guest beds, one on either side of the room.
What's the porridge situation?
There's 4 different closets that kind of branch off, and like some sitting tables and chairs.
Okay.
What you want to look at?
I guess I'll just start with the closets.
Closet number 1. Do an investigation check.
Now, is there a workspace of any kind? Does he have like an office attached?
Yeah,
or-
like one of the there's two like padded upholstered chairs and like what is it called? Like a desk that opens up.
roll top.
Settee, a divan, or
just-
What?
I said a roll top. He said a divan.
It is a roll top. I don't know if what you said is the proper name for it. But I
That's
haven't
no, that's
heard.
like a chaise
poof.
lounge.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying everything.
It's not a chaise lounge. It's not a
Break
couch.
a break front. A break
I'm
front.
telling you, those are synonyms for.
Oh.
What, okay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Hi.
Hi. No, it's like a roll top desk.
Okay, I'm up in this man's closet, right?
Yeah, you go. You open the first closet. Roll a dice.
What am I doing? What? Okay.
See if you find anything in that goddamn closet.
I know. I just wanted to know what I was rolling for, Dan.
Look at the
Investigation.
credenza.
Well, whatever it was, I failed at it.
Okay. You see a bunch of robes and slippers.
Okay.
Closet number 2.
Does anyone else? Is anyone else here? Am I the only one who's
I'm here.
You're
but
the only one they're
guarding
letting
me.
in there.
Okay,
These
this
guys are stuck
one-
in the hallway.
This closet, I rolled a 19.
Okay. In this closet, there's a bunch of little drawers. There's jewelry everywhere, and you realize a lot of it is magical.
Magic jewelry.
You don't see anything that looks like it was recently hidden in here.
How closely are the guards watching?
He's standing next to you.
Okay. I hold up a couple pieces and like examine them, just like.
Because your character is new, I'll also say you have a sleight of hand bonus of +2.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I'm gonna hold up a couple pieces and be like, and I'm like nodding to myself, and then, then with one of them, I'm gonna frown at the guard and be like, "This needs to be. I need to take this immediately to be
Okay.
studied."
Is it just going to be a random one that you
It's
notice
gonna be the
is
one that I
magical?
get that I think is the most magical. I
Okay,
guess.
do a persuasion.
15 plus 2.
He says, "All right."
While he's watching me do that, I use my sleight of hand to grab one more.
Okay, roll your sleight hand.
18 plus 2.
Shit. Okay, yeah, you get another one.
Okay, so I got 2.
And a flat screen.
Both of them are amulets. You have 2 amulets in your pocket right now.
And a flat screen down the back.
Perhaps we can chat more about them when
Sure.
you've got your hands more free. So there's more closets.
Closet number 3. Mm-hmm. Do you need to go to other people, or do you want to?
I will let you go. Assume you're just doing them
Yeah,
right in a
I'm
row.
just
Let's
gonna-
just keep
okay.
moving real quick, and then we'll come back to them.
Definitely a no on closet 2.
Okay, this one's
3.
all slippers all the time.
Okay.
So many slippers.
And then that one was a 10.
You see a desk with a bunch of maps,
Inside a closet.
and there's a little desk lamp.
Oh, I thought you.
It's like got a little bit of gas in there. It's been lit.
Oh, okay. So I need to further investigate this this closet desk. Mm-hmm. So I do so.
As you step closer, the captain says, "This is the Thane's private workspace."
Well, then you understand that it's the most important for us to
Roll.
immediately. 10.
He says, "I'd prefer we waited till we find out exactly what happened with the prisoner."
Well, I'd prefer that the thing still be alive, but it seems that somebody was incapable of keeping him so. I'm not sure whose job that was, but
He says, "Maybe we're done here. You need to investigate those amulets that you're so suspicious about."
they investigate. No,
He kind of steps between you and the desk.
okay, can I try to do a quick sleight of hand while I'm exiting to try to just grab some of the papers?
Yes.
Okay. I just want it to be known that I don't have a great feeling about this right now, but we'll see. Oh, 16?
Yeah, you grab a very small sheet of paper from there's like a little bowl with like a little rolled up scrolls in it.
It's just his Verizon bill.
Why does that have my social security number on every page?
The 3 of you guys see her escorted back out of the room with the captain. You are now standing in a hallway where there's an armory on one side of it, and you are surrounded by guards. They say, "Well, we're going to take the prisoner down and torture him immediately."
All right, take copious notes.
All right, so you guys head back down the spiral staircase.
I love spiral staircases.
This time, you are in just a large, empty room. It's got like dirt and gravel, and there's what looks like just a series of pulleys and wooden beams, and they strap his arms up. He's resisting really hard. It's hard for them to get him in there, but they get him in there. And it looks like it's one of those old-fashioned Braveheart machines where he's just going to get ripped in half. So,
A rack? Or...
yeah, the rack. So they say, "If you don't mind, we'll give you a turn, but we'd like to ask a few things first."
All right.
So the captain steps up. says, "Who are you?" Guy won't talk. He says, "What is your, what is it? Yeah, like he's asking. The guy doesn't talk. I mean, he keeps asking basic questions. He gets all tough guy. None of it pays off. He gets tired of playing bad cop and walks away. Clearly, it's an opening for you guys.
Who's up?
Well, what else do we want to get from him?
What we can do to stop this?
This guy's spread out in front of you.
Yeah. Didn't he say, what was the clues that he said about the, is there like a...
The Thane was in the way. He was naive.
Yeah, but there was a female power that he was...
Oh, the goddess.
The goddess, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can ask about Llewellyn again.
Well, it wasn't Lou. That's what I was
See
guessing.
if that name rings a bell.
Yeah, who is this goddess?
He just hisses at you unless you want to make a roll for it.
Yeah.
You playing good cop or bad cop roll?
Mean cop.
Okay, so +4.
Yeah.
He says, I'd never speak her name to you.
Well,
her name is priceless.
You're going to have
Priceless,
to
eh?
at some point.
I'm gonna Google the goddess priceless.
Anyone else want to?
I crank on the thing.
Okay.
I grab the thing and I...
Okay,
Manipulate it to make it-
that'll lower difficulty for whatever happens next. But these guys might want to chime in.
You're familiar with the name Llewellyn?
You just see nothing in his eyes when you say it. He just kind of shakes his head. He's like, "What?"
Can I use my knowledge of arcane history and religions to guess what if it's a drow? You said it was a drow, right?
Yeah, do an Arcana roll, won't you?
Okay.
You get a nice big old +3.
Well, no.
What's
5
that?
plus 3.
5 plus 3.
That's 8.
You put together that there's a lot of dead drow gods. The drow god politics is actually very complicated, and so it could be any number of drow gods that he's talking.
Okay, I start like lazily listing some. And I'm like, no, but really, but I'm like, so which one of your goddesses did you fail today? And then I start like listing a few of.
Do a perception check. You don't get a bonus. You looked excited. What did you think it was?
Well, because it was on 17 and then it was a 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he manages to hide whatever he's trying to. Tweet Tom, you get a crack, and then I think Bodhi really wants to get back in there.
How can we stop this?
Do an intimidation, everybody.
How do you botch an intimidation roll?
He goes, you mean stop my dick from having sex with your mother? Is that what you want to stop? Because it can't happen. I'm your father. I'm your biological father. I fell in love with your mother. We knew each other for decades. It was just a wonderful, naturally evolving relationship, and I fucked her.
I'd punch him in the dick.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Roll. Roll 2d6.
Critical dick hit.
You just rolled a critical dick hit.
You fucking
Way to
idiot.
waste your 20. No, this will be interesting, honestly.
What a moron.
Free.
Why don't you try that intimidation check again? That you just.
14.
This time he goes. What did you ask me? Remind me.
How do we stop it?
You can't. It's too late. There's outposts everywhere.
Outposts.
Oh shit! Whoops.
What do you mean outposts?
I don't know what's an outpost, man.
All right.
Oh, my balls. Twee?
I'm going to change my appearance a little bit into a drow goddess.
Okay. What are you doing? How? Huh?
I'm just going to.
What are you doing, Bugs Bunny? What do you got up your sleeve?
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Yeah, because I'm looking at your spells and I don't see it. I don't know what you're trying.
Polymorph.
Oh, you're polymorph. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna polymorph myself into a. And I think what I'm gonna kind of do is I'm gonna use this spell to keep my drow goddess face changing around, sort of, so it doesn't really settle on anything. I look sort of vague and like I could be anything. But I'm gonna.
Sounds terrifying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep myself blurry in the eyes of this drow.
God, I really. Do you ever just wonder, as a dungeon master, if you should remind a player of something?
Do it.
Do you roll a persuasion check against your own dungeon master?
10.
Roll an actual wisdom check.
11.
You remember you've met a drow goddess.
Where do we meet the drow goddess? Was it
Guessing in the tunnels.
Was it wait, don't tell me? Was it
Paula Poundstone,
was
drow
it
goddess.
Was it in the tunnels?
I think it was in the tunnels. Maybe it was in the tunnels. I don't know where it was in the tunnels.
You're like 13 years younger than us. You don't smoke as much pot as we do. Just remind your old stoner pals.
Actually, I have
It's your characters. I'm tying your memory to theirs.
There's an ability that I can get that it makes me remember everything that's happened.
Is there?
Yeah,
Oh, what is it?
I might have to get it. I don't
What
know.
is it?
It's called.
What's it called?
It's called a notebook.
Yeah, that's right. Some D&D players do this thing. They write shit down.
Yeah, we played. Jerry Duggan had a character, Knox, who was a detective, and he wrote everything down in his investigation.
Well, the good
book.
news is in 2 weeks,
We
a
needed it.
lot of people are going to tweet it at you.
Oh yeah.
So you'll figure it out soon enough. But here's what I'll do. I'll say that you do settle on what you think is the familiar outline of a drow goddess that you think you may have encountered. You don't remember where you saw this face.
Okay.
But when you cast polymorph, you're like, I think I got something.
Oh, was it in the house with the dwarves? No.
So
I have no fucking idea.
that's the thing. Like at a certain point, I'm like, the wisdom roll, I can only tell you so much. Okay. So as you do that, he gets real fucking freaked out.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, bow down to your goddess.
Do a charisma check.
11, and I have a +4.
So yeah, you just, again, rivulet of pee on his pants.
Ask him who you are. Who am I?
Yeah. Say my name.
I'm so sorry. Do an intimidation check. I love making you guys roll.
4, so 13.
He says, "I'm so sorry, Zinzarina. I'm so sorry."
Zinzarina. Was that in the house?
Yeah.
Was that in the house with
This
the
is
dwarves?
driving me nuts because I feel like
You would have remembered.
I probably would remember.
You
but
would have
I
remembered if you had
wasn't
played
here,
with this.
guys.
Was Zinzarina in a bonus or a regular?
Regular.
In
Okay.
the house with the dwarves.
Everybody do a wisdom check.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a 5. That ain't gonna cut it.
20.
16 or 14, sorry.
Oh, well, so you, actually, Esmeralda, after many frustrating rolls this episode, you remember Zinzarina is a goddess that was slain a long time ago by Lulth, the spider sort of chief evil god. She was a sort of assassin god. Oh. And there are rumors that she survived, but she hasn't been seen in hundreds of years.
Okay.
She had those dwarf statues, too, that would... okay. All right.
Zinzarina.
You may be confusing Zinzarina with Zaywin, a drow woman.
Zaywin.
Wizard.
Yeah.
But
have the,
maybe you aren't. I don't know.
Don't fuck with my head, man.
Why would...
Oh, whose turn is it?
Yours, actually.
All right.
You probably want to do your own version of a dick punch, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Dick punch? Dick punch.
The captain, by the way, is sitting on a bench smoking a cigarette and enjoying where this is going. He's totally letting you guys. He's like, oh, things got really good really fast.
Dude, Reservoir Dogs.
Tell us more about the outposts.
Do an intimidation roll.
14.
Is that with your? Oh yeah, so that's not just a 14. That is a 18. So he closes his eyes. He's very frightened by Twee's face, and he says, "There, just look where the calamities have started. Just look where the calamities have started."
This
You need to give me more information than that.
I have this information. This is he must be talking about the colleges that have all been stricken with this and then finally
purge.
collapse.
So how do we stop it?
I'm gonna just knock a Coke can over for the sixth time.
Where are your dice?
He just keeps repeating, "You can't stop. You can't stop it. It's too late. It's too late." The wheels are in motion. The wheels are in motion.
Yeah. What else should we get from him?
I don't know. A coupon?
Like,
Why?
I feel
why,
dumb asking like where the headquarters are, but like,
What's happening to the colleges, the schools? I mean,
Haven't you even looked?
no.
He laughs.
We'll get to that.
He starts gritting his teeth really hard and closing his eyes really hard.
Taking a dump? What's he doing?
He's not biting a poison tooth, is he?
Maybe.
Don't you bite that tooth. Don't you do it.
You see him go.
nah.
Don't you bite that tooth.
You see his Adam's apple. Yeah, just kind of.
Don't you do it. Don't do that. Don't you bite that tooth.
He starts to go unconscious.
Oh, you're biting that tooth, aren't you?
Let's go check out some magic schools.
He goes limp.
Can I cure?
I'm no longer interested in him.
Damn it.
Okay, so I said to the
Can I
guards.
play a little?
Oh.
Sorry, can I play a little song of rest?
Okay.
That will maybe stop the poison from
Sure.
killing him.
Sure. I will give you a hint though. He's super dying, so it's got to be a real good song of rest.
Celebrate.
Roll to see what it
Hey,
does.
what's a good
Afternoon
what's a good
Delight?
poison song that I should sing?
There isn't one.
I rolled a 9.
Good bits. He very dizzily kind of like regains consciousness.
That Belle Biv DeVoe poison song is better than a poison song.
poison. Poison.
I'm gonna say, hey, I stopped you from dying with my goddess powers.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna like look at you guys. You think of guys, it's crazy. I'm gonna say, I need you to tell my friends here where we can start to stop this thing that you've started. And I have a follow-up.
He says, as long as we have Roke, you'll never stop us.
And where's Roke?
He starts going conscious
It's
again.
my alma mater, so
I punch him in the nuts.
Is that
Roll,
Fantasy Island?
roll to punch the unconscious drow in the nuts. So with your
Yeah.
bonus, that is an 18. Roll for damage.
What do I roll for damage on a nut punch?
2d6, please.
Okay.
Yeah, that's both of them.
Yeah.
Feel 2 pops as you do it.
I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to listen.
There are now
Talk to
2
him.
That-
fewer hard-boiled eggs in this salad.
that was so much doesn't bother him. The visceral like
Pop
group
nuts.
scream that just happened.
Yeah,
was
I
I
fantastic.
know, and it's fun because once you've had testicular cancer, it just doesn't scare you as much as it used to.
It popped
So-
your nuts?
Well, one of them.
Well,
Listen, there have been incidents at colleges all over. And there was a huge incident at Roke, which is my school, which is why we were here to meet with the
Roke.
Thane. They were having these weird parties where people would show up for like a fortune telling party, and then everybody who showed up would die. At Roke, the college collapsed.
Yeah. I mean, it's no longer functional.
It's not. It's boarded up.
So it's not even worth investigating.
No,
bro?
it's worth investigating. There are probably still survivors in there.
The same thing happened to DeVry.
Yeah, like there's hundreds of people who studied at this school.
And Dootson.
we should
she knows
probably
that
go to
she knows a good chunk of them died, but not all of them.
Let's go to Rogue.
I thought it physically collapsed, but it turns out it just.
No, I mean buildings collapsed.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So it seems that's where we need to head.
All right.
The guards seem amenable to what you're talking about, and the captain says, "I'm still going to insist that, you take one of our guards with you,
Listen, yeah.
as an escort to watch what you're doing."
Fine.
I mean,
Sure.
I'm fine with
Sir,
that.
absolutely. Anyone you want to send.
long as-
We are
as long as
working
they have
in
a
defense
Netflix
of
password.
in your Thane's honor and at his request. Now, before we go, you're going to need to let me go back and see the rest of the paperwork on his desk. As you can see from this conversation, this information is vital to our success.
Yeah.
he
We back her up.
She said.
He sits down and takes out another cigarette and just waves like, just go. One of the guards follows you up, and he sort of waits at the door, but he doesn't stand next to you. He just sort of lets you have free reign over
I
it.
start
You guys can go
frantically-
in with her if you want and just ransack his quarters.
Yeah,
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, they can do whatever. I'm going to look at the papers and look for any information about.
magic jewelry.
All right, everybody roll a 20.
15.
All right, you find a magic amulet.
17. Oh, sorry.
You find a magic amulet. You find a magic amulet.
Thanks, Oprah.
Everybody gets
10.
a
I got 10.
You've got 2. You got a good close look at it. What else are you looking for? While these guys compare their
So dumb.
Wait, I got
their
2.
prom jewelry.
Oh, yeah, no. So I rolled. I
What'd you roll?
rolled a 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So where are you looking?
I'm
right
looking
now?
specifically through the paperwork on his, like the papers on his desk. I'm looking for. Oh, does anyone have? Because is this a? Can I call the rogue over to? Does he have a good like false bottom type detection on?
Yeah, I can check for traps.
All right,
and
not
such.
do you have a false bottom?
Yes.
Investigation.
I'm thiefly.
Hey, do any of these any of his writings, books, scrolls, anything like that give off a magic vibe to me?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't sense any. And
False bottom.
I mean, I can try first, I guess. So I'll check out the desk and I will do that.
all right,
Looking
do
for-
an investigation check.
Okay. No. 5 plus 1.
Yeah, no, you don't see anything. Go for it, Tom. You find that when you you lift the rollout multiple times, you hear a click noise in the back of the closet. You don't know what it is exactly, but you just by playing with it, you're like,
I say,
oh.
thank you, that'll be all. And then I
Do another investigation
welcome,
check
I guess.
as you go to the back wall where the clicking noise is happening.
God, here we are again.
What was it?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Let me help you.
It was a 2.
Okay, so you definitely feel like there's something going on here. And Tom, you discover that if you do 2 short ones and then pause and do it again, what is that noise?
Dark sleeping.
Sleeping? Oh, okay.
Dark nightmare.
Doggy dreams. Sweet dreams, doggy. That you managed to get a passage to open up. The wall separates.
Dang.
A crease appears between the brick.
I give him a nod of grudging respect. I said grudging. Okay.
Back there's another desk. And this one,
Cool. The land of desks.
this one has an
Slightly smaller.
anti-roll
Chocolate
top.
factory of desks.
No. But this one has a slice of
Petrushka
cake.
desks.
A slice of cake sitting on a plate and one map sitting on top of it.
Does the cake say "Eat me"?
Is the cake a lie?
Do you want to roll to investigate the cake?
Yes, I am.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, there's something wrong. With my die.
What was it?
A 2 again. So that's
Oh
gotta
my
be,
god!
Yeah.
Yeah, you need new dice. Here.
I'm gonna say, hey, what's going on with that cake?
Here. Enjoy your new Wizards of the
Oh,
Coast
yeah.
20-sided.
It's so big.
That was the problem.
It looks like normal cake, and then you check it again.
Look, I rolled an 18 on my first try.
Wait, what is it?
It's an 18.
Is it the ampersand though?
No.
Okay, because you know that's the 20.
I only learned that from your dick punch earlier.
All right, so you look at the cake a second time, and you realize it is indeed very good cake.
Okay.
I like good cake, and I cannot lie.
The map does look really.
Yes, obviously I'm checking out the.
It's clearly got a bunch of occult
name is
markings.
Cozy.
There's old fairy language in runes all over it, and it looks like it involves astronomy somehow.
All right. Well, I'll have to study this at length.
Yes, and between now and the next time we record, I will get you an actual drawing that looks like what this is.
And then I will study it at length.
Well, all right. How much time we got left, Sam?
We have 20 minutes.
Great. So you guys now have what looks like an astronomy chart and some cake.
Nice.
I walked out of the room for half a second. What the fuck? Where'd the cake come from?
At the desk. The
I
cake
heard
was
a
on the
dog
desk.
barking. I went to check on the dogs.
And you jerked it off, and now it's happy. And Ken rolled. Look, this is just the way you normally do
My
things, right?
female dogs, they're
They have
sweethearts.
needs. But he rolled a 20 and figured out how to open a passage in the back of the closet. Yeah.
And
there was cake.
Slice of cake.
Slice of cake.
A slice of
and-
good cake.
And an astronomy chart.
All right.
Yeah, Sarah rolled 2
Some of that
investigation
good cake.
On the cake.
Okay.
Yeah, you all laugh until suddenly the cake is
Hey,
the key.
cake. Yummy.
All right, so I have the map. We've got everything else. We're gonna set out for Roke,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
As soon as you get to the Great Hall, the guard that's been tailing you says, hang on, I have to check with the captain. And he says, don't go anywhere. And he waves another guard over and he runs away and he comes back with the captain.
This fucking
The
guy.
captain's rolling his eyes and he says, this fucking guy doesn't want to go with you, so I guess I'm going with you.
Fantastic. Glad to have you aboard.
So,
What's your name, sir?
huh?
What's your name?
My name is Ken Wald. Nice to meet you.
Does he actually roll his eyes like you just did at me?
Yes. So, Ken Wald
Is he a
says,
millennial?
Yeah. He's like, sorry, I'm a 90s baby. But
Put out by everything. Yeah.
but Canwald says, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk to the School of Oak, and we're just gonna go through the main gate. But we have to be very careful that we don't let anyone kind of know we're doing this, or people will start investigating. We've put the word out in Tinad that nobody should try to explore the college, and if we're not real subtle about this,
Should we wait till it's
cause
dark?
a ruckus.
Well, it's good that everyone here has subtlety as one of their major gifts.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drop my symbols into a wedding cake.
Yeah. The 7-foot half orc.
He says, "Well, it's right now. It's dark
my
and
mother's
it's
side.
raining. Honestly,
This is
now's
probably
as
a
good
good
a time
time,
as
yeah.
any."
I'm gonna try to light a fart and shit my mom's wedding dress.
You hear the
Huzzah.
as you walk through the streets. This time without a dainty parasol. You hear the wind is really strong, and you notice the streets are quiet. There's a few gas lamps and windows of some stores, but otherwise just no sign of life. And then you get to what looks like it should be an alley, and there's just giant wooden planks blocking off the alley, signs saying no trespassing by order of the Thane. And he starts just really sloppily like pulling some planks apart with his bare hands. He's like, no one is supposed to go in here. Like, you guys don't have any idea how bad this is. We were going to send in like an assassin or a scout or something, but you guys are giant. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, this is...
We're not afraid of nothing.
Wait, say it again?
We're not afraid of nothing.
No, say that again?
Not afraid of nothing.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
And with that, he pulls off a third plank, and he motions for you guys to get on through. He kind of leans the planks back up behind you and says, "I ain't got a hammer and nail. That's what we're doing."
This guy.
And,
I look askance at the captain. At
Okay.
Kenwald. Kenwald?
Canwald.
Kenwald? I thought his name was Ken Walt.
No.
Like, okay. Yeah, can I just do I get a sense of his like what's his deal?
Yes.
You feel like he's like true neutral.
Okay.
You get a pretty strong true neutral vibe off of this guy.
Cool.
You feel like he respects sort of the law and other people's business, but he's not impressed by whatever you guys are trying to do. He's just trying to like maintain. I mean, like he feels like he's doing his duty, and
Yeah,
he's
like, that don't impress me much.
yeah. And as soon as he closes up behind you, you notice it's kind of louder here. The storm sounds a little louder, and you hear the sound of the wind kind of whistling through the buildings. And there's what looks like a fire on the other side of this alley. There's kind of like what looks like almost a courtyard with something burning in it. You see some shapes moving around.
And do I have a sense of where this is in the campus, like what this area would be?
Yeah, up ahead is the triangle. It's where a lot of the students would meet and socialize. It's sort of supposed to be
Frisbee
the welcome area for people to play hacky sack.
It's a primitive version of the quad.
Canwald says, "Oh well, you know when we boarded this thing up, we'd beaten back the monsters into the buildings, and doesn't look like they're staying in the buildings. You can see there's something wandering around the triangle right
dancing
now.
around a fire. Is that what we see? Monsters dancing.
You're not close enough in the rain to quite make it out. You're gonna have to walk to the end of the alley.
Yeah, I'm gonna go closer for sure.
Once you get to the end of the alley, you see what looks like 10-foot tall beings in the rain.
10-foot tall beings.
They're hard to
Or
see
10-foot tall doing.
more than a silhouette in the rain, but they do look like they're kind of slowly circling a big like pit fire. It looks like there's a big pile of garbage in the middle of the triangle.
How
that's
many
on
are
fire.
there?
3.
3 figures.
10 feet tall.
It's some kind of a ritual dance.
Are they wailing their terrible wails and gnashing their terrible teeth, rolling their
Yeah,
terrible
you can make
eyes?
all sorts of assumptions. They're not
Yeah,
quite
what
close
shape
enough.
are they? Are they like humanoid shape?
Almost. They seem like humans with extremely long arms and legs.
Can you hit them with your scarab?
Yeah, I'm looking through my scarab.
Or do they look like giants?
Do they look like Slendermans?
Actually, you know what? They kind of look like Slendermans.
Wow. Do they have suits?
No. Somebody talk while I look up the scarab.
Poorly dressed
'cause I do have a
Slendermans.
scarab answer for this.
Is there a should I like maybe get invisible and
Sure.
maybe fly up there and see what's going
Sure.
on?
I like that. I like that plan. That's a good plan.
I have an idea.
What? Spit it out
Do
before
tell.
it dies of loneliness.
So, yeah. Really quick recap for you, Sarah. The scarab of Farseeing is a small, like, sort of scarab-looking jewel that when you kind of pull its wings apart, you can see through it and see the magical properties of things represented by an aura. Ken,
You guys are loaded.
I decided I would just throw really big monsters at them and justify
No, it's awesome.
overpowering them. Orange, you see 3 really, really gangly orange glowing figures.
What does orange mean?
Oranges.
I don't know.
Wait, what?
We keep forgetting. We've seen white.
Somebody
we've seen
wrote
red.
it down, right?
No.
I'll tell you the ones that you have figured out on your own.
All right.
You have figured out the presence of a god usually means blinding white. Red usually means undead. Gray means alive. And blue means some kind of blessing.
Is orange maybe evil?
You have seen orange before, but you don't know what it is.
I'm just glad it wasn't banana.
You fuck.
Single gunshot sound effect.
I'm guessing orange is some combination of undead and whatever yellow is.
Like a demon or something.
Yeah. It's probably evil.
And yeah, they're just
Something.
pacing around.
Just pacing around the fire?
How
Like
long?
chanting
How
or
long are you
anything?
gonna watch? I want to know. Give me a time limit.
14 seconds.
I want to throw an oil pouch at the fire.
In the rain,
Oh, shit.
from a distance.
Well, I would go closer. I
Well,
wanted
Blaine, I heard, was gonna try and go invisible and do something.
Yeah.
Did you have a plan?
Yeah.
I just wanted to splash them with fire somehow.
But
It does
they're
sound
just
fun.
sort of wandering around the fire, not doing anything.
Yeah, they're kind
noticeable.
of just like dragging their legs
Okay.
as they walk.
So Blaine's gonna go invisible and fly close to get a better.
Okay.
look.
You play a little invisibility song and scoot over there.
You can't see me.
Do a stealth check, and I'm going to give you an extra bonus of 2, but this is a difficulty of 18, and you've got a 9 bonus already, so you need to...
15.
Great. So you kind of go over there, and you see 3 really weirdly familiar shapes. They look human, but it's almost as if muscle tissue had just stretched out of parts of their body to form new legs and new feet and new hands. So their torsos look normal, and then there's just this pink and red stuff sticking out of the rags of robes. And they're kind of walking along, dragging their feet. One of their necks looks broken, and they've all got strange shapes kind of jutting out of their heads.
Are these
Undead?
these are those weird homemade assistants that those vampires were making, right? Like they would have the hot rodded horses with the long legs, and
There's an Island of Dr. Moreau vampire in the last campaign.
There were also those, weren't there like 3 guys we met on a bridge?
What?
I don't remember what that was about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember the weird Dr. Moreau reference Blaine
There
was
was some
talking about,
weird
but 3
three
guys you
guys.
met on a bridge is like, I think when he used to do heroin with Anthony Kiedis.
No, they were cowardly, 3 cowardly guys. Or maybe 2 cowardly guys. I'm joking.
Yeah, well, pause while Ken dies slowly.
What I'm talking about.
Well, it's not
Are
good,
these
whatever they
guys
are, right?
Chanting? Are they dancing? What?
Why
Are
do they look
Just
familiar?
sort of
Their
shooting
eyes are
around.
kind of dancing around, and their heads are just kind of like cocking back and forth, scanning.
They're possessed? They're...
Yeah, I think we just.
They do have kind of a possessed look about them.
They look like nutsos.
So we take him out.
Yeah, I think so.
Blaine, do you go back and report all this information then?
Oh yeah, sorry, we didn't actually know this yet.
Choking it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and go. Hey, these guys are bad news. Do you guys want to take cover? I'm gonna go and blow my cover. Take cover and give me 5 seconds.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, when they get out of the way, I'm gonna go right in between these guys and do a thunder wave straight down.
Into the fire?
Yeah.
Into the fire.
All right. Roll for damage. It's going to be different because the fire doesn't have hit points, but I'm going to kind of judge how big the fire explodes by how you roll on it. And I'm looking up the acoustical effects right now to translate that as well. Because Thunderwave does all sorts of fun shit.
2d8 thunder damage.
Sure.
Thunder damage. So that's 10 on one of those guys, 9 on one of those guys, and 5 on one of those guys.
All right, so all of a sudden, thunder cracks into the fire, and fire sprays all over all 3 of these guys, and you guys have to kind of duck back into the entrance alley to not get hit by the log that just kind of goes flying at you. And you hear very loud screeing noise as these 3 things duck away for a moment and then wheel back on Twee, who is sort of in the middle of them. Everybody roll a 20.
I did. I rolled a 20.
9.
Is this initiative?
Oh, it sure is.
So do we add? We have bonuses for that too.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you have it up?
Mine, yeah. So I have 17 plus 2, so 19.
I got a 24.
I'm at 12 plus 2. 14.
All right, I'm going to need to get these all again because I still have the initiative table from the last campaign here I got to kill. I'm going to do captain and then thing 1, thing 2, thing 3. What you got again, everybody? Sorry, listeners.
24.
19.
14.
9.
All right, so these things all turn on Twee.
I'm still flying too.
One of them takes a swing at you. And does 16 points of damage as it rakes 3 muscular sort of thorn fingers across you.
Shit.
It rolled a critical. In addition to that...
Well, you know what? I was kind of asking for it.
To be fair, you did,
Yeah,
you
it
did
really-
thunder explode some flame in his face. And he rolled a 94.
Jesus.
So in addition to that damage, he's going to roll some bonus damage.
See you later,
Your
dice.
grandchildren will get that as a present. Take another 6 points damage.
Jesus.
As he digs his thorny muscular thumb into you. And then we have... What did you guys... I
It's
missed
Ken.
it.
I think it's Ken.
It's Ken? All right,
Yeah.
Ken, you're up.
One of those sticks help.
I'll get it later. It's like in your wall, basically. Weird. Yeah, go, Tom, go.
I'm going to cast... shit. Darkness on them.
Go for it.
So, page 230. I can't see through it.
Correct.
15-foot radius sphere of darkness around them.
All right. They're going to attempt to save. Or, you know what? I don't think they can save. Can they save or something? Nope.
No.
All right, so they just get engulfed, and Twee, you see sort of just a fog of blackness underneath you.
Okay.
You're
wait.
up.
So I can't see them anymore now?
Nope.
Oh, damn it. Well, that makes the attack pretty difficult.
I know, but it makes them unable to attack us at least. Because
You do kind of like know that they're wounded.
they're in that area.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a general sense of
Okay,
where they are.
well,
You're not
I'm
going to
gonna-
hit Twee because he's not in the darkness.
Okay, so I was gonna cast catapult on a I only have, because it's a low level thing, I can only do up to
Catapult?
5 pounds. So, but I was gonna grab one of the flaming logs ideally, but if there's not one available,
Yeah, there's one right in front of you, the one
Okay.
that ricocheted
So I'm
off the
gonna-
side of the alley.
I'm gonna cast that and send it sailing into, I guess, the inky blackness and hope for the best.
All right, roll a 20.
Is this so? This is a dex. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Roll another one.
It's a fun damage though. It looks like it's 3d8 bludgeoning damage if it hits.
Yeah.
So that's a fun spell if you're not casting it into a fog of inky blackness.
So basically, when you cast it, I have to roll like it's an attack. Okay.
Yeah. Bodhi, I'm gonna give you a move before we call it an episode.
I'm already raging. So,
You sure are.
Fast movement, and then I'm gonna go over there and swing Herald of Kalmar on the closest guy that I get to.
Roll a 20.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hit. Even in the he's obscured,
hard
but
hit, yeah.
that means it's a hit regardless. With your bonus, that's a 23. So
8 plus 3 for damage, and then fire on top of that.
So your flaming Herald of Kelmar goes sailing in, and as it comes out the side, the top stump of a big log of muscle tissue just falls out, and you hear more shredding aluminum sounds coming from the fog as something's screaming from being delegged.
Okay. Do I get another shot or no?
Yeah, you do.
I take another swing. Yeah, 19 again.
For fuck's sake, okay.
Nice. And 6 plus 3, 8, and then fire damage.
All right. So you just chop into what feels like the thigh of this thing, and you see flame kind of very dimly sort of flickering inside the supernatural darkness, and you think you set its robes on fire.
Okay, good.
I think we're gonna call
Fair
it,
enough,
you guys.
Thanks for listening to episode 2 of season 2, you guys.
Holy shit.
Any plugs or any more thank yous?
Just
or
the usual. Thank you to all our listeners for continuing to be amazing. Oh, hey, we're pushing for 2,000 Patreons.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on patreon.com/nerdpoker, and we'll keep posting new ideas of stuff that we'll unlock.
We're going to do a video soon, too. I want to do a video to kind of put out there and get people to...
We should do a
Join
video.
up.
I would love to do an episode where I talk about all the secrets from the last campaign that you guys never discovered.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to hear that. Yeah. Cool. We need to do that. And then anybody